Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video on my channel, Meg's Movies. If you are new to this channel, this is basically where I talk to you guys about my passion for movies. This goes from collections, hauls, reviews, and to today's video, so let's get into it. Okay, so I am back with my subscriber mail review series. I know, I keep stopping and starting, but work gets in the way and other things get in the way, but I do always try my absolute hardest to get these series on the go. So with my subscriber mail reviews, I thought I'll start from the very beginning. So I'm literally going to review all my movies from start to finish. So starting from subscriber mail number 1 all the way up to whatever the current one is at the moment. So some things, so for example, in this one, I'm doing A Quiet Place Part 2, which was sent to me by the lovely Jamie Powell. But in the same subscriber mail that I got in this one, I also got the new Scooby-Doo movies collection set. So when it comes to things like that, or if someone sends me a TV show or anything like that, anything that's part of a series that's come in the mail, I will do those as and when I've finished them. So at the moment, I'm only on movie number 2 of the Scooby-Doo movies, but I am watching them at the same time as I'm doing these reviews. So yeah, so let's get into my re-review of A Quiet Place Part 2. So I did originally review this ages ago, like the day I got this sent, but I have only watched this the once. So when I knew that 65 was coming out, which is by the people that did A Quiet Place, I thought, why not give it a rewatch? I'm kind of in the mood to rewatch the Quiet Place franchise. So I watched both of them, but this is the one I got in the subscriber mail. So have my thoughts changed on this film? Not really, no. Like, they're still the same. I still really enjoy this film. This is such a good sequel. I love how the first 10 minutes of the film, we're getting day 1. So it's literally showing you what happened the first day these alien creatures arrived. And then it jumps forward to the current events of what happened in the first one. Like, literally, it's like that. There's no time jump, nothing like that. It's literally, it goes right to where the first one ended. So, obviously, we're back with Emily Blunt and the family. Obviously, now they've got the baby, and they're just trying to get to where they need to be and things like that. So I'm not going to say any more than that because I do try and keep this as spoiler free as possible. But yeah, this is a really good sequel, and in fact I think upon rewatching it today, I actually enjoy this a little bit more than the first one. Only a little bit more. They're both still really good films, but I think I enjoy this one a little bit more for a couple of reasons. One reason is because they do try some different camera angles in this one, where there's like a one shot at the beginning. There's some other little camera angles they try out throughout the film, but also the editing in this one. So throughout this movie, there is a couple of times where the characters do branch off and do their own thing. However, we go back and forth between these storylines, I think in an even way. Like, I don't think it's all jumbled up. I think they've done it perfectly, how they jump from one character to the other. And then funnily enough, what's happening to one character is also happening to this other character. So it's sort of like matching up to what's going on. And I really enjoy that. I love it when a film can do something like this. And I think that's why I enjoy it a little bit more. They also leave this on a bit of a cliffhanger. I think we all probably know what happened, the ones that have seen it. But for me, I would like to see what happened after the end. Like, I would like to see how it all worked out. I know we're getting a prequel before we get a third one of this. I think it's called Quiet Place Day 1, I think that's what it's called. I think we're getting that either this year or next year, I'm not sure. So I'm looking forward to that because, yet again, this is a franchise that so far, I know there's only been 2 films, but they've been really good films. And so I really hope that the prequel is going to be really good. But I would happily return to these films because they're a different kind of horror movie. I mean, even with both movies, even though I have seen them before, I still feel like I have to be quiet. I feel like I can't make any noise because even though I know it's a film, you get that vibe when you're really into it. When you start watching it, especially the first one more than this one, I think. Because that's obviously the most quietest film out of the two, because this one they do speak a little bit more. But with this one, with the first one, you're so quiet for pretty much the whole film. And I like that. I like how they didn't try to include too much conversations or anything like that. I like how they tried to do something different. So, of course, when you're watching them, you feel like you have to be quiet. So you feel like you have to, you feel like you want to react to the screen, but you can't, because if you make a noise, these things will hear you. It's such a good film. So if you're someone that loves horror movies but wants something a little bit different that isn't a slasher or a supernatural or anything that's common variety, I definitely recommend A Quiet Place, both 1 and 2, because they are a different kind of horror movie, and I do enjoy these films. I will always recommend these two. But yeah, A Quiet Place Part 2 is seriously such a good film. And I'm so glad I have this in my collection with a slip. But no, from start to finish, this is such a good film. And I love seeing how the characters change. I love how in this one they did develop a little bit more on the background of the aliens. Like, we learned certain things in this film. And I do enjoy the fact that they actually got the young teenage girl to be played by a deaf person, which I love. And I love the fact that in the first one, the cast, the crew, and everybody had to learn sign language. I love that. I love the fact that when a director wants to do something like that. And yeah, I seriously think if you have not watched either of these two films, you do need to give them a watch, because they are something different. They are something unique. And they've got some really good actors in here. The plot is really good. The aliens, yeah, the CGI can be hit or miss at times, but they still look creepy as hell. Like, they still creep me out even as I watch them and I see the CGI effects. Like, sometimes they can be a little bit, but they still creep me out. And I love it when a creature can creep me out like that. But yeah, so A Quiet Place Part 2, a really, really good sequel. In fact, slightly better than the first one. So the first one, I give an 8 out of 10. With this one, I give it an 8.5 out of 10. So it's only that little bit more, like I said. But A Quiet Place Part 1 and 2, seriously, if you have not watched it, I seriously recommend that you do. Yeah, I really hope you enjoyed the subscriber mail reviews. I have to say, I'm starting from the very beginning, so that's from the very first subscriber mail to now. So there will be some reviews that might come back that I will redo, because there's some that I do feel like I could have done a little bit better on, could have been a bit more in depth. So that will be coming up. But yeah, so I really hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, then do give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to this channel, then go ahead, hit that subscribe button and also notification bell down below to be notified when I post. And also leave me your comments and thoughts on the Quiet Place franchise. Do you enjoy it? Do you not enjoy it? Are you looking forward to Day 1, the prequel? Let me know in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!